It's a big week in the Big Ten. So you got Iowa, Wisconsin, could be the game of the year in the Western Division. Michigan, Michigan State, Penn State, Ohio State over on the other side. So a lot is going to be not necessarily determined, but teams are going to take steps either in the right direction or the wrong direction toward the two championship races.
Yeah.
What do we got here from
reading that? Yeah.
Kobe?
I'll have to do that. See if I got
Missouri lineman at 6'5", 230.
We'll pull him up here.
So thanks for the question, Toby.
Jarvis. Oop. Let me help if I could type. Jordan Jarvis. I'm not finding anything here. Let's see. Of course, my is it Jarvis Jordan, maybe?
Jarvis. Jordan Jarvis. Maybe Jarvis Jordan. Check out Jordan Jarvis.
Huh. This is bizarre. Not coming up in our database.
Yep. I'm not getting anybody either. Jordan Davis comes up. He's playing for Georgia. That's all that comes up for me.
Well, we tried. I'd be curious to know what part of Missouri he's from. Oh, Hillsboro, Missouri. Okay. Not quite sure where that is.
Never mind me. Thank you so much. I appreciate the comment there. Yeah, we're doing our best to cover college football here across the board. And I'll tell anybody here who's just basically interested in helping us build these channels that if you go to any of the channels, and unfortunately here at the Nebraska channel, we're over 1,000 subs. Not that we don't want more. Certainly subscribe here. But pick out your favorite team. Most likely we got a channel. And even if they're not your favorite team, pick out any channels that are less than 1,000 subs and please subscribe. That helps us build this up. Try to get us to 1,000 on all these channels. Yeah, Nebraska 3-5. Let's see. That's one win in the Big Ten. And boy, it's been a rough go.
Can't seem to catch up to Illinois.
Yeah, it took them 9 overtimes, but big win for Brett Bielema last week. I don't know if you saw the comments that he made during the week. Did you see the comments that he made in his news conference during the week?
I didn't. No.
Leading into okay.
I heard some. I heard some, or I saw some people on our message board saying how great he would look wearing the scarlet and cream. So I don't know where you're going with this. But.
Well, he made some comments that were pretty controversial going into the Penn State game. Basically, I don't know what the question was. It had to do with basically the roster, developing players, building the program. And he was pretty forthright in saying that they didn't have enough talent, that their roster wasn't as good as he thought it was going to be when he took the job. Once he got to see the team in spring practice, he saw, hey, they're not nearly as good as I thought they were going to be or need to be, or nowhere close to championship caliber.
Fired him up.
then he kind of got into the offensive line. He made a comment that nobody, I want to be accurate with this, so I may miss a word or two here. Basically, no one in the 2 deep along the offensive line is contributing. And then to his credit, which number one, most coaches don't even go to that degree to be that transparent, number one, for good reason, obviously. You can only be so honest about your team because you don't want to throw them under the bus, number one, and make them look bad. Number two, you have a relationship with all of them. You don't want to say, oh, yeah, our wide receivers are the worst in the conference. You know, you don't make comments like that, even if you believe it and know it. But he makes those comments. His players hear it. They're not real happy, of course. And he actually, I guess, in certain ways was taken out of context. And so he showed his team the entire news conference to let them know, okay, this is what I was asked. This is what I said. This is what this means. And I think the one saving grace in it, as it was explained during the broadcast, the Illinois Penn State game, was that when he was talking about the offensive line, typically there are about close to 15 on a roster for a team, in the Big Ten, a Power 5 team, and they only have 9 scholarship offensive linemen.
That's hard, yeah.
Yeah, so he.
Yeah. That's the way it was at Nebraska too when the Frost staff arrived.
He somewhat explained the situation, and it all worked out well because they were either happy with his explanation or still pissed off at him and took it out on Penn State or whatever it was. They pulled off a big upset.
Yeah. I mean, you never know. Is it all just a psychological ploy there by Coach Bielema? Who knows?
Yeah.
Or if he just doesn't care about these guys because he's not the one who recruited them. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.